Hi, I would love to share with you this life learning that I got from my time spent doing some training with Tesco's a number of years ago. I was training to be a store manager. I was enrolled in the Tesco's Training Academy, which was a brilliant thing to go through. Very in-depth, intense training, culminating in a day where you went to be assessed by 6 or 7 senior people within the business that were going to ask you up to 100 questions, and you didn't know what they were. You had to get them right, and if you got them right, a certain percentage, you got passed out and go and become a store manager. Very intense day indeed. I was sat in a hotel with an ex-soldier waiting to go to the assessment centre, and he said, "You know what? I'm more scared waiting to go and get assessed for at the Tesco centre than I was sat on a Hercules plane flying out to Iraq to go to a war zone." He said, "You know, it was that intense." Part of that training is we had to fill out a learning log on a weekly basis about the things that we covered and what the major learnings was. My major learning from the training that I did in Tesco's was the fact that there are processes and procedures put in business that we should all follow. And those processes and procedures are put there not only to protect the business and the customers that come into that store, but they're there to protect the individuals that work in that business. Now, that was a piece of learning that was reinforced to me, but the major piece of learning from it was that yeah, there's these processes and procedures in business we should all follow, but as human beings, me, you, each of us, we all got this kind of inane want, desire and need not to follow those processes and procedures and to find some shortcut. Now, I follow a guy called Rev Run. Quote Rev Run: "Those that take shortcuts in life get cut short." A big example of that was high-vis jackets. Now, if you take especially a Tesco Express store, they are small stores, and by token, they're on many main roads. The delivery lorries pull up outside the store in a main road, and the store colleagues go out to service that delivery, often on a main road, in and around major traffic. And a high-vis jacket could save your life. It's a procedure that you put that on when you go and do the delivery. Now, so when the lorry turns up, you go out to do a delivery, and more often than not, you're going to walk past the high-vis jackets hanging on a wall. And you know you should put it on, but very often you don't. You've got one voice talking to you saying, you need to put that on, and you know the reason why you should, but the other voice is saying to you, don't bother, you can save a millisecond. And I've watched this, observed this, 99.9% of people, I would say, didn't put a high-vis jacket on. And those people, if no one's come a cropper up till now, at some point someone will seriously get cut short in life by not wearing a high-vis jacket. But it was a major piece of learning to me. I didn't understand these two voices, because I knew what one was. One voice that's talking to me and you all the time is our intuition, is put in there by life to safeguard us, to guide us, tells us when to stop, start, run, walk, talk, be fearful, be happy. You know what I mean? There's it's our intuition there talking to us. The other voice I never understood until I heard this Jewish doctrine called Yasser Hara, which I love. I love Yasser Hara, but it does explain this to me. And the doctrine goes like this: that when God made Adam, the first man, he made Adam and he put all this good stuff in Adam, but he wasn't quite right. There was something quite a little bit off with Adam, and he thought, well, he needs something. And what he did, what was missing, he realised, was a wandering spirit. And it's a bit like if you're making a stew, you put everything in a stew, but you need to put a dash of salt in that stew to make it, go to the next level, to make it the thing that is going to be the thing that you want to enjoy. But the thing about putting salt in something, it can really enhance the flavour, but you put too much stuff in it, it gets toxic and it ruins it. So, in the same token, when God made Adam, according to this doctrine, he put just a dash of wandering spirit in us. And that's what the other voice is. It's a wandering spirit in it, and that wandering spirit, that mischievous voice in us, is the one that can often get us in trouble. And so it is when you get to process and procedures. You've got your intuition, the good voice talking to you and saying to you, got to do this. But that wandering, meandering spirit in you says, you know what, there must be a better, shorter way. And most people tend to follow that. And if you do that, you will get cut short. Major piece of learning. And this learning carries over into our life, into life itself, because there are rules that we should follow that will enable us to live a happy, a healthy, a successful, and hopefully a long life. These things, these rules that we need to be applying in our life are hard work. Nothing ever gets achieved without hard work. Staying focused. We need to stay focused. Anything that we focus on, as we all know, improves. Don't take things for granted. Don't take your eye off the ball. Stay focused. Give of yourself all the time. Another rule of life. And another rule of life is what you put out, you get back. So be giving in your business. Be giving in your personal life. Give without the need to get something back in return, because life will return things back to you. Use respect. Respect everything and everyone in life, or life will send some disrespect back to you. Do the right thing. And to quote my father, if you are doing the right thing, you ain't doing nothing wrong. These are the rules that we need to be following in our life. But as I've said, we've got this inane want and need, a desire not to follow these things. And one of the greatest gifts that life has given us is the gift of choice. We can choose to do something or not do something. Are you going to listen to your intuition, or are you going to listen to that wandering spirit of yours? And as Rev Run says, if you take a shortcut, you is going to get cut short. It's happened to me. People take shortcuts in their life. They try to buy happiness, success, relationships. They try to buy it off cheap. They do it by things such as stealing, or cheating, or lying, or dealing in drugs, or disrespecting people, or drinking, to buy, to find relief, to find happiness. They're trying to take a shortcut. And you've seen this, and I've seen this. Those people that do that, they get cut short. So for you and me to live a good life, my major learning in life is to take my dad's advice. Always try to do the right thing, because then you ain't doing the wrong thing. And if you're trying to do the right thing, you can bet your bottom dollar that you are definitely not taking a shortcut. Because if you take a shortcut, like Rev Run says, you will get cut short. Thanks for listening.